Episode 3. A Meeting in the Shadows. Elara walked briskly through the forest, the chill of the night air sharp against her skin. The path, though overgrown, was clearly marked on the map. It led her to a small cabin nestled at the edge of the forest, almost hidden among the towering trees. She approached cautiously, the pendant from the order clutched in her hand. The cabin looked lived in, with a faint light glowing from a window. Elara took a deep breath and knocked on the wooden door, the sound echoing in the stillness of the night. After a moment, the door creaked open, revealing a tall, gaunt man with sharp features and piercing blue eyes. He looked at Elara with a mixture of suspicion and curiosity. "Can I help you?" he asked, his voice deep and steady. Elara held up the pendant. "I'm looking for Elias. My name is Elara, and I believe we have a common purpose." Elias's eyes widened slightly as he recognized the symbol. He stepped aside, gesturing for her to enter. "Come in. We have much to discuss." The interior of the cabin was modest but well kept, with shelves lined with books and various artifacts. Elias motioned for Elara to sit at a small table, where he poured them both a cup of steaming tea. "How did you find me?" Elias asked, studying her intently. "My grandmother, Mabel, left me a series of clues," Elara explained. "She was the last leader of the order. She's passed away recently, and now it seems I've inherited her responsibilities." Elias nodded solemnly. "Mabel was a great woman. She dedicated her life to protecting Evershade. If she trusted you with this, then I will too." Elara felt a surge of relief. "The whispering shadow is growing stronger. We need to gather the remaining members of the Order and the artifacts to stop it. You're the first person on my list." Elias's expression hardened. "I've felt its presence growing. The darkness is spreading, and the town is at risk. But we can't do this alone. The Order must be reunited." He rose and went to a cabinet, pulling out a weathered journal. "There are two others we need to find. Lyra, a healer who lives near the old mill, and Alistair, a scholar who resides in the abandoned monastery on the hill. They both possess knowledge and skills that are crucial to our cause." Elara took note of their locations. "We should start with Lyra. Her healing abilities might be essential in the battles to come." Elias agreed. "I'll accompany you. The path to the mill is dangerous, especially at night." Together, they gathered supplies and set out into the darkness, the forest closing in around them. The air grew colder, and an uneasy silence settled over the landscape. Every now and then, Elara could feel the whispering presence of the shadow, lurking just beyond the edge of her vision. As they walked, Elias shared more about the Order and its history. "We were once a formidable force, but time and complacency have thinned our ranks. The artifacts are the key to our strength. Each one possesses a unique power that can turn the tide against the shadow." Elara listened intently, her resolve hardening. She was determined to honor her grandmother's legacy and protect the town she loved. Hours passed as they navigated the treacherous forest. Just as dawn began to break, they reached the outskirts of the old mill. The building was dilapidated, its once sturdy walls now crumbling and covered in ivy. Smoke rose from a small chimney, indicating that someone was inside. Elias approached the door and knocked firmly. After a moment, it opened to reveal a petite woman with kind eyes and a calming presence. Lyra looked at them with surprise and recognition. "Elias, and you must be Elara," she said, her voice warm. "Come in. We have much to prepare." As they stepped inside, the whispers of the shadow faded, replaced by a sense of hope and determination. The Order was beginning to reunite, and with each new member, their strength grew. But the journey was far from over, and the true test lay ahead. To be continued.